Well, it appears to be a systematic attempt to kill the case. The prosecutor, Chaudary Zulfiqar Ali, was gunned down by terrorists, dealing a massive blow to the case just as it was gaining some steam. Now, other prosecutors are also threatened. They failed to show up in courts, which is why the case gets adjourned repeatedly. The Pakistani army has done precious little on complaints that have been filed even by the United States of America against allowing Zakiur Rahman Lakwi access to mobile phones that has allowed him to control the LET operations even as he is inside the Adaila jail. The Pakistan government on its part has shown zero resolve in collating concrete admissible proof against Hafiz Saeed in the court that would result in his conviction. Rizal Lashkar is now joining me live for more on this story. This is really, a huge developing story talking about not just the ridiculous slow probe, but also, all attempts that are being made to in fact scuttle a free and fair probe in the 2611 case.
Yeah, well, as somebody who covered the trial in Pakistan for quite a while, it was really at times pretty shocking at the way in which this case was handled. I mean, there were repeated adjournments over various reasons.
Right.
The defense lawyers were allowed to file all sorts of frivolous petitions. In fact, there was one petition which effectively barred the use of Kasab's statement in the Pakistani court.
Right.
And the number of petitions that they filed, in fact, kind of led to a lot of adjournments. And of course, the other matter that you mentioned was the issue of threats. There have been reports of threats to the judges handling the case. In fact, the judge has been changed about 6 times. One of the judges had complained of threats. The prosecutors have complained about threats from time to time, especially after the killing of the main prosecutor, Chaudary Zulfiqar Ali, in May 2013.
Right.
So this is a case that does seem to be really going nowhere at this stage. And in fact, I was talking to people in Islamabad yesterday, and it seems that the next hearing is not going to be held before September.
That's right.
So I mean, this is an issue of concern to people, especially to the victims of the Mumbai attacks.
Well, absolutely. And with the next hearing only slated for September the 4th, it also raises, the larger questions that you have in fact raised in your report of the discrepancy in the charge sheets that India has filed and Pakistan has filed. Going forward, can we expect there to be any, reconciliation in the charge sheets that have been filed by the two countries? Or, is this just going to be a diplomatically sticky issue between the two countries?
Well, this is probably one of the most complex cases that a Pakistani court has ever handled. And in fact, it was probably the first time that a judicial commission from Pakistan traveled to India twice to, gather evidence from Indian witnesses. So there have been signs of, cooperation between the two sides. But, the basic fact is there are, as you said, very strong discrepancies between the charge sheets filed on the Indian side and the Pakistani side. I mean, there is absolutely no mention of the 2 Pakistani army officials who, allegedly helped train these attackers. There's absolutely nothing on Hafiz Saeed, for whom the US has offered a $10 million bounty just because of his role in the Mumbai attack.
Right.